Hey George, what you doing?
Just relax, smoking a cigarette.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You want one?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Georgia Tech is a tobacco-free campus.
Come on, all the cool kids are doing it.
But don't you know how much cigarettes can damage your respiratory system?
My respiratory system?
Yeah.
I need that to live.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Maybe we should go get some help, get some counseling. What do you think?
I think I'll try that out.
All right.
Just let me finish this.
Okay. Check it out. Stamps offers all the health services we can need. Want to go in?
It says tobacco stops here. I guess this is it. Goodbye, my friend.
Power to you, George.
I can do this.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's Smokers Anonymous section. My name is Melody. Welcome to this session, and can you please introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi, I'm Alexa. I thought about smoking once or twice. I thought about the positives, thought about the negatives, and I'm just really afraid of what could happen when I do start.
Hi, my name is George, and I'm a smoker. And I've been smoking for about 18 years now, and I think it's finally time to quit after seeing that you can't smoke on tech anymore.
Great. That are great motives for coming to this session. And you're right, today's session we're going to talk a little bit about how our respiratory system works and how smoking will affect our respiratory system, and hopefully that will give you some insight into what you're thinking about smoking and your decision on whether quitting smoking or not. So here is how our lung and respiratory system work when we normally breathe. Now, the respiratory system consists of structures that involves in ventilation and gas exchange. Some of the structures involves the mouth, airways, interconnective sacs, and capillaries, bones and muscles that assist in ventilation, and the lungs. The lungs shown here are divided into two sides. The right lungs divided into three lobes, superior, middle, and inferior, whereas the left lung is divided into two, superior and inferior lobe. Air enters your body and gas exchange happens. When you breathe in, air enters the upper respiratory tract through the mouth, nose, and passes into the pharynx. From the pharynx, air flows through the larynx into the trachea or windpipe. Trachea branches into the primary bronchi. The primary bronchi continue to branch repeatedly into smaller bronchi. The smallest bronchi branch becomes the bronchiole, small collapsible passageways with walls of smooth muscle. The termination point of the airway is at the alveoli. Alveoli are single layer of epithelial tissues that allow gas exchange. Here, oxygen enters the capillaries from the alveoli, and carbon dioxide leaves the bloodstream to exit the body when you breathe out.
So, George, I read online that smoking cigarettes causes many changes to your lungs and your airways. Some of these changes are short and can go away, like colds and pneumonia, but other changes are chronic and can last for the rest of your life, like emphysema.
Luckily, my cilia will clear out my lungs for me. The upper airways condition air before it reaches the alveoli. These conditioning functions include warming the air to by temperature, adding water vapor, and filtering out foreign material. Epithelial tissue hairs called cilia in the trachea and bronchi filter out the air.
But when you smoke, the tar that has entered your airways temporarily paralyzes the cilia so that they're unable to sweep out foreign matter. Smoking causes mucus buildup in the airways on the cilia. When your cilia gain function again, they beat with an upward motion as they attempt to sweep out the mucus that contains the smoke debris towards the pharynx. This is known as the mucociliary escalator. Right. So what I just read online is that essentially the tar and smoke that ends up lining your airways will cause irritation, and you're forced to cough out the mucus containing the foreign matter. And this is known as smoker's cough. But the cilia in an airway and lungs that have been exposed to smoke for a long time can eventually lose function and die. So after a while, all foreign matter can proceed through to the lungs.
She's totally right. And due to this, a pack a day for the smokers builds up about a cup of tar over a year. So this is a measuring cup showing how much tar it can actually be in your lung if you smoke a pack a day.
Now let's see what smoke does on the cellular level. There are two types of alveolar cells, type 1 and type 2. Type 2 cells secrete a chemical known as surfactant, which aids lungs as they expand during breathing. Type 1 cells occupy 95% of the alveolar surface area.
They allow gases to rapidly diffuse through them. But in our case, tar can deposit on top of these cells, which blocks gas exchange, and oxygen can't travel through the lungs. You know, this is probably why you have trouble breathing.
Now you have learned about how smoking affects the respiratory system. George, I hope this really helps you to make the decision to quit smoking.
George, how do you feel now that you're done smoking?